Hello, beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. If you are new to my page, my name is Alison Wellington. I am a certified dating and relationship coach, and I primarily work with busy professional women to help them learn how to attract and keep the husbands that they deserve. I have a bachelor's degree in education, I have a master's degree in counseling, I have a master's degree extension in mental health counseling. I've been a counselor for 12 years, but I've been doing this specific work for the last 5, and I've helped over 300 women like you get into the best relationships of their lives through my signature program, The Partner You Deserve. If you are watching this video for the first time out of this 6-part series, let me give you the breakdown. Let me give you the tea. So this is, I guess, now we're almost at 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago, I went on a business cruise. I went on to a mastermind called Wealth on Water, and it was hosted by my business coach, Terry Kauser. She will be hosting next year for my entrepreneurs who are out there who need to get their business in order, right? And y'all know how I am. If I can't figure something out on my own, I am not going to sit there and struggle for hours, years, weeks, months. I'm going to pay somebody who has a resolution, right? So I have a fitness trainer. Y'all already know I lost the weight. I'm looking fab, the baby weight, and I'm looking fab. And I have a business coach, and you already know my business is okay. So all that being said, investing in me, I attended my business coach's mastermind because I recognize that maybe sessions alone ain't it. I need her, right? Shout out to my own retreat that I have every year. Next year, we are going to St. Martin, and there are 2 rooms left. Anywho, I learned something phenomenal. I learned a couple of really great tidbits, but this is the thing that I want to really accentuate to all of you. And I apologize for any kind of noise in the background. I decided out of laziness that I was going to open up my back door and get natural light versus having the light set up in my studio, in my office, which is really the corner of my baby's room, as evidenced by, I can't even tell with this camera, as evidenced by her toddler bed. Anywho, I learned something amazing on this cruise, and it is called, the gentleman who shared it with us, he called it the X Factor. He also called it the success formula. And he was talking about success in business, right? Clarity plus belief times skills plus influence. This is in the notes, in the comments, times focus plus work ethic equals success. He was talking about in business. Now, when I heard this, I said, of course, this is a business cruise. This is a mastermind. This is in regards to business. But more importantly than that, I said, yo, this is applicable to life. And more importantly than that, this is applicable to dating, right? And so I said, you know what? I am going to do a 6-part series here on YouTube exclusively for you guys. I did like an intro on Instagram just to say like, hey, this is what I'm going to do on YouTube. But this is exclusive for the people who are subscribed to me here on YouTube. I'm going to do this 6-part series breaking down what I have now adopted to be the dating success formula. The dating success formula. Clarity plus belief times skills plus influence times focus plus work ethic is going to get you success in your dating life. So day 1, I covered clarity. Day 2 was belief. Day 3, skills. Day 4, influence. Day 5, focus. And now we are here on the final day, the final part of the 6-part series exclusively here on YouTube, which is work ethic. So you're going to ask yourself, well, Alison, what the heck does work ethic have to do with dating? Like, what's the correlation? How are you going to connect it? Don't worry. I got you. I'm going to connect it right now. The way that we are connecting it is that, yes, it requires work for you to be able to swim through the sometimes treacherous waters of the dating scene. Ask anybody who is showing up, and they will tell you it is work. It is meaningful work. It is necessary work. And I would actually say, I have to tell you, I'm a bit annoyed when people are upset or frustrated about the work, because this is arguably the most important decision that you're going to make. Who you marry to, who you're partnered to for the rest of your life. Why shouldn't it be work? And this is arguably the most important decision that you will make in your entire life, is who you're going to partner with for the rest of your life. Why shouldn't it be hard work? Why shouldn't it require effort? Why shouldn't it be a lift? As a matter of fact, if it came easy, I'm scared. Not to say that there are few people who might have some really beautiful stories, the Notebook type stories, right? For most people, they had to put in some effort. If it wasn't effort in the onset, which is showing up, and we're going to talk about what that effort and that work ethic looks like specifically in a moment. If it's not about the showing up, and maybe they were lucky that they're married to their high school sweetheart, then it's work on the back end. So if we're not doing it on the front end, we're gonna pay for it, and sometimes pay more, on the back end. So what is the work ethic? What is the work that we're talking about specifically when it comes to your dating life? So number one, that work looks like showing up as the best version of you. Now, I know for my folks who are online a lot, you might hear that language like, what the hell does that mean? I'm going to tell you. Showing up as the best version of you means both inside and out. You are Angela, you are Tiffany, you are Renee, you are Kadeen, you are Michael, you are Shawn Michaels, you are Gary, right? You already you. What does it mean? I'm closing my eyes a lot because I'm tired. So I'm like getting a fake nap while I talk to y'all. What does it mean to show up as the best version of Angela? You already exist. There isn't much leeway, right? We're not doing anything drastic or ridiculous. You already exist. 80% stays. What is the 20% that can change? Right. And that 20% might be 2% here, 4% there, 8% there. So the best version of you is we're not doing a drastic overhaul so that you're fake. We want you to be authentically yourself, an authentic version of Gary or authentic version of Simone. We want you to be you, but there's still some improvement that can be made to how Simone presents, both inside and outside. Now, the inside part is like warm and gooey and so elevated and classy to talk about, right? So that's the therapy. That's you showing up as your authentic self. It's learning effective communication. It's dealing with your trauma so that you don't take it out on other people. It's, managing passive aggression. Is managing aggression. It's all the things that make you a better you, like a good you, right? Without you having to blur your boundaries and let people take advantage of you, right? So here are some behaviors, here are some traits of who I am as a person that I know is undesirable. It is undesirable that I'm jealous. It is undesirable that I'm a poor money manager. It is undesirable that I have poor communication skills and I don't know how to articulate myself without yelling or cursing or being disrespectful. Those are the things that you already know, right? You need to work on those things in order to show up as the best work. So when we talk about the work, we didn't even get to like actually going outside, right? Like the actual go outside part should be in conjunction with the work, But I gotta tell you, that's the easiest part. Putting on a nice dress and shoes and going to a party. And that's what we complaining about. If that's what we're complaining about, and I'm going to say this with all due respect, because this is why y'all rock with me, you don't want to be in a healthy, committed relationship. You say you do, but you don't. If the hardest part is going to somebody's cookout, if the hardest part is putting on a nice suit and going to a conference, if that's the hardest part for you and you refuse to do it, not just is that the hardest part, and you refuse to do it, then you are okay with your solitude, which is cool. Just don't say out the other side of your mouth that you want to be in a healthy, committed relationship, that you want to be happily married, that you want to build this family, that you want to end generational curses, that you want to create generational wealth, that you want to create. I heard someone say the other day that they have their childhood in their hands. Every day, every decision that they make is molding someone else's childhood, right? Don't tell me that those things matter to you and then say, but I don't want to go outside. You've made your choice. Cool. I'm cool once you're cool. But please don't say at the other side of your mouth that you want all these things, because you don't. What you want is to stay home. What you want is your solitude, right? That is more important. That outweighs you actually putting in the effort to show up and show out. Okay? If you like it, I love it. But if you say that you like it, but then you also are telling me, but I want this, but you got to decide which one is more important. And whichever one is more important, then you're going to lean into that. And I support it. But we can't have two sides of the mouth. Got it? Good. So showing up as your best self internally, you recognize there are some behaviors that are undesirable. You recognize there are some behaviors that are problematic. You recognize that these kind of behaviors are not healthy and do not help to push forward a healthy, committed relationship. Or you don't, but something is awry. You hire somebody who's going to help you get there. I knew that I gained 40 pounds after my first pregnancy. I gained 36 after my second pregnancy. I knew that. I know these things. I don't know anything about nutrition. And as far as I know, the only way that you lose weight is by running, right? Running, walking, cardio. I am not an expert in weight loss. I don't even know how to use the stuff in the gym. I don't even know anything about diet. I'm still not really great at diet. All I do is remove things from the diet, like no cookies, no cake, no ice cream, no juice, right? That's my diet. So I'm going to hire a person who's going to give me the answer. So you either have the answer and you're going to execute to fix it. Cool. Or you don't have the answer, but you know you don't have the results. Therefore, you're going to hire somebody who's going to fix it for you. You hire a coach, you hire a therapist, you hire whoever is in a position to help you get said thing. That's the internal work. If you are just coming in, my name is Alison Wellington. I am a certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with busy professional women to help them attract the husbands that they deserve. I am doing my final part of my 6-part dating success formula series. Clarity plus belief is right on the screen, times skills plus influence times focus plus work ethic equals your dating success. This is the last day, so we are on work ethic. And the work ethic, the work starts before we even get into that relationship. Y'all love to ask me, Alison, where are the good men? Y'all love to ask me, Alison, where can I meet such and such? Where do I find this? What da, da, da. And then my newest thing is, which I love and I appreciate. Oh, Alison, where do I go? Someone DM me about her hair. Like, where should she get her hair done? Her hair is holding her back from feeling confident. Da, da, da. So the styling, the hair, the looking good, right? I love that. I have a whole playlist on that. Check it out, right? However, all of those things are secondary to the primary issue, which is even if I put your perfect man in front of you and you are not showing up as your best self, recognizing that your perfect man is a whole lot of other ladies' perfect man, and they're showing up as their best self. He doesn't know you to love you, to be loyal to you. So he is going to date other people who are desirable just as he is. So you have to show up as your best self in order for you to be able to attract and keep the husband that you deserve. That is what I teach. That's what I'm teaching you. So either you have the answers on what you need to do in order to level up how you function in the world, the mind and the heart, or pay somebody who's going to tell you because you recognize there is a problem, but you don't know exactly how to fix it. Pay the man, pay the lady. Okay. Outside's a lot easier. Many of us can look in the mirror and pinpoint all the things that we are not crazy about. Y'all see this dimple that I have right here? My little baby has it too. I wish it was right here. Now I'm not going to go to the point of getting no kind of dimple surgery, but if I had that, lit. I've had braces 3 times. I recognize that my teeth are still not 100% straight. Still, it's like 95. I'll take it. I had braces 3 times. I knew that when I would speak and if I thought that someone was looking too closely at my teeth, it would make me feel uncomfortable. I would smile because it was good enough from behind and kind of blended, but I knew that that was something that I was self-conscious about, right? Once I had both of my babies, my edges fell out. They're just coming back in. You see that? You see how it's all curling up? Because that's brand new hair, baby. I'm trying to slick that thing down. Brand new hair, baby. Right? When I've done podcasts, I've been self-conscious. I've spoken up to you guys about that before. When I gained all the weight and I had the baby, I have a baby, still got the belly. I felt self-conscious. You can look in the mirror and you know what the things are. If it's the skin, if it's whatever, fix it. If you need to go on YouTube and get a regimen, if you need to go to the cardiologist, the dermatologist, right? The esthetician. I don't know. I don't care, but you are grown with a grown job, and there is something that is easily fixable in a session or 5 sessions or 10 sessions, and you're refusing to do it. Make it make sense. You are grown. You are not a 14-year-old pimple-faced kid whose mom is like, you'll grow out of it and kind of dismiss you. And the hormones are raging. So you try all these different medications and nothing's really hitting. You are 37. You are 42. You are 47. You are 28 with good insurance. There is no reason why you are walking around with anything that bothers you that you don't find someone who's reputable to fix it. If you can't fix it yourself, if you can't use YouTube University, if YouTube University ain't hitting, or you like me, I'm not waiting months and years for a result. That's the impatience in me. But that's why I also win, because I'm paying the lady or I'm paying the man to fix what my problem is after I've done the research to ensure that they have the answer. If you are just coming in, we are on the last part of our 6-part dating success formula series. This is work ethic. The work is a lot of times on the front end, so it can save you on the headache of doing the work on the back end. Right? Showing up as the best version of you. You are still authentically you. 80%, 85% authentically you. But we need to do some tweaks on some behaviors that are problematic, that are toxic, that are not beneficial in a healthy, committed relationship, communication style, financial planning, whatever, right? There's something on the outside, because guess what? When that man sees you at an event, he doesn't know you. He doesn't know your heart in order to say, okay, I can look past blah, 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 because she's a good person. She gives back to the church. He don't know that. He knows that there's somebody else who's a little cuter than you. He's going to go to the one who's a little cuter. And the same for you. You're going to go to the guy who's a little bit taller, the guy who's a little bit more fit, the guy whose skin is a little bit smoother, the guy who smiles a little bit brighter. This is not just men, right? And so, yes, if there's something that you don't like, fix it. You ain't got the bread, get the credit. Get care credit. I don't care what you got to do. Clear on the afterpay. Once you got a job and you got a steady income and your bills are paid up, and you fix it. This is the work, right? Inside and outside, so that you don't have to do work on the back end and work twice as hard on the back end. You're not showing up as the best version of you. Now you're in relationships that are you're not happy with, because you are a mirror to your partner. It might not be, it's not an exact replica, right? But you're a mirror. So now you're attracting things that you aren't really that crazy about. And you wonder why. Because you haven't leveled up, so you can authentically attract and deserve what you say that you deserve. And you're surprised when things are going awry. You have to do the work, so that when you say that you deserve something, it needs to be because you actually do. You don't deserve everything just because you say it out loud. Everyone deserves some respect. No one deserves to be abused. But if we're talking about easy life, smooth, like, everybody don't necessarily deserve that. What have you done to deserve it? What work, what effort have you put in to deserve that? You giving somebody hell, they're supposed to give you heaven? You giving somebody a 50-50 version of you all the time. Not like you had a rough day, a rough week, you lost a loved one like this. That's just you. You just half-assing it, but they supposed to be full on and just serving you for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. That's unreasonable. It's unconscionable. One of my favorite words, unconscionable. I tried to use it on stage this week for tonight's conversations, but nothing was unconscionable enough for me. It's unconscionable, right? You got to do something different to get a different result. I am going to wrap up here. I hope that this 6-part series has been of value to you. I'm putting it all in one playlist so you guys can listen to it in continuum. And you can begin to implement step by step how you can get success in your dating life. But if you're like me, if you are a busy professional woman who understands the value of investing in yourself so that you can skip the line, so you can save time, so that you only have to kiss 5 frogs instead of 50. You want someone's going to give you specific steps to follow to get to success right now, then it is in your best interest. It would behoove you to apply for my 8-week coaching program, The Partner You Deserve, which has helped over 300 busy, professional, high-achieving women like me across this country of the United States of America and around the world get into the best relationships of their lives. My clients are engaged, married, committed relationships, buying houses, having kids, having a daddy for their stepkids who can actually show up and show out. They're traveling the world. They're having companionship. They have someone they can build with, build a family with, build traditions with, build businesses with. They did something different and get a different result. So you can piecemeal it. Cool. I'm going to have this all in a playlist by 10 o'clock tonight. Piecemeal it. Put it together on your own. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how much heartbreak you're going to have in between. But if you want to save yourself from all of that, then you can apply to join me in my 8-week coaching program, The Partner You Deserve. I'm going to go ahead and put the link right now in the comments for you to apply. All the information is in there. And then we get on the call after you've checked out the info. Make sure you read. Make sure you listen to the little video I sent you that's on this link, right? And then I'll ask you some specific questions around your needs, your particular situation. You ask me questions around the program and anything I did not make clear. And then we get you enrolled. You can start as soon as you want, which the next cohort starts in the middle of next month, so 3 weeks, or you could start as far out as you want. But you got to do something different to get a different result. I'm going to make sure that this is in the comments and in the description, all the things, but you got to do something different to get a different result. All right, beautiful people. It's been a pleasure. I'm going to get back to my family on the other side of this wall. The baby was crying. I don't think y'all heard that. Daddy's there, but 2 under 2, Ain't no joke. I had them all day. The big one pissed me off. Okay. I was going to pluck her, but you know what? I say, you know what? It's nap time. I'm just going to put you to sleep. Just go to sleep. So she got away with murder today. Nonetheless, let me go help my husband. All right, folks, it's been a pleasure. I will see you. Today is Tuesday. I should be back here on YouTube Wednesday for live Q&A around 5:30-ish. So make sure if this has been valuable, you subscribe. All right, folks, got to go.